Hello, 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 and welcome to an EdeAscent where I've actually been doing well, which is scary for me. So I thought I would go over these last 5 matches that I did, mostly because today is currently Christmas and I don't want to play RTA because I value my sanity sometimes. So we're just going to go over this. Again, it'll be like a kind of, why did I do what I did when I did? That kind of thing. So, first up, we're facing fast win meta. Did we... I don't think we fought this one. Maybe we did. Did we? I think we did. Yes. I think we watched them. I don't know. I have no memory of the past, future, present. So we're going to go against this person then. In the Paka Guild in Korea, they go for Lua. First pick, so I respond with Bunny Dom LRK, because typically when people first pick Lua, they go Lua, LRK, Stene, like that kind of deal. So I wanted to take LRK specifically from them, just to kind of mitigate part of what makes Lua Stene comps very strong. So, Bunny Dom, LRK, in response to Lua, pretty alright. They go for AOL because AoE, and then Knackle. So in response to Knackle, I go with Biblis and LCB. Oh god, this is going to be the worst game ever because we have LRK, LCB, and LHC. Oh, this is going to be miserable. And Knackle. So, you know, a counter into Knackle. So they respond with Shouxts. Again, Shouux. You can barely hear it, but it is different. Shouxts and ML Ken. So I respond with just another counter unit, LHC. So out of everything, I'm fine with facing what they have, except for AOL, because AOL just ruins my entire team, because I'm kind of reliant on buffs. So they get rid of Biblis because if Knackle or ML Ken counters, they explode, which is great for me. So no AOL, no Biblis. And then I'll kind of work through my thinking with you. So Lua's going to go. They don't have any souls, so I don't expect them to reset everybody. Even if they reset everybody, it's fine. But they have 18k HP, so I didn't expect them to reset Bunny Dom, which is fine. They make the executive decision to throw the Shouxts S3 into LHC because she will end up being a problem, which is understandable. Completely understand that. So I'm going to go ahead and push everybody up. Give an attack buff to my LCB, which is immensely helpful. LRK can't really do much. So I'm just going to go into Shouxts because I need to get rid of her first, preferably. And I immediately get a dual attack, which is RNG in its finest, but it does proc several counters, which is great. Procs Ken, which is understandable, procs LHC, and Knackle and ML Ken isn't exactly the best combo, because if I don't crit ML Ken, then we're kind of fine. So I didn't crit him there, and then I get another counter, and their team is already mostly dead, and then I don't crit again. So, like, ML Ken and Knackle isn't exactly the best combination. So they're just going to keep going into LRK. Or LHC. God, it already happened. I'm not super scared of this Ken. Hopefully LHC doesn't die, and she doesn't, which is great. Lua dies, Knackle's going to die. Please don't crit Bunny Dom. Thank you. So I could have S3'd into LRK or ML Ken, but I would rather play it safe than sorry. So I'm just gonna S3 into Knackle, which will get a counter from ML Ken, which will proc my LHC. And now Vigor buff, defense buff, LHC into ML Ken. If I don't crit, great. If I do crit, it should kill. So I really wasn't afraid at this point. It does end up critting, and it kills. So I just had so much raw power that they really weren't able to get a foot in the door, as the saying goes. So, I mean, that was pretty good. Next up, we got this person in the Korea Guild. So I first picked Bunny Dom, because that's just what I've been doing. And I finally, if you saw his video yesterday, I finally convinced Ozza to first pick Bunny Dom, and it's been working for him, and I will take full credit, even though it was a mix of me and some other people in his Discord, but I will take full credit because I do that. So they first picked Zio and Knackle, which makes me think that they're probably going Cleave with Knackle as the anchor. So I go Arwell and Karina, because both of those units are good into Cleave, and they're both good into if they decide to shift into not Cleave, standard, aggro, what have you. They respond with AOL and LRK, to which I respond with LCB, Lone Crescent Bellana, and Stene, to which they respond with Solitaria, which is perfectly fine. I would rather take Solitaria than AOL, because AOL guarantees debuffs and Solitaria does not. So I will get rid of AOL and I will keep Solitaria. They ban out Arwell because mitigation is a joke, apparently. They wouldn't be able to kill me if I had mitigation, but that's fine. So Zio's going to do what Zio does. He can push back the Bunny Dom. He can push back the Karina. I believe he goes into the Bunny Dom. Doesn't do anything. Doesn't do half. Does like maybe 1 damage above half. So Solitaria has a choice here. And they make I believe they make a confusing one, which is to Soul Burn their S3 into Bellana, but that grants her an extra turn, so I don't know. But of course they strip everything off of everyone immediately anyway, so I guess that works, but I'm just gonna, do that. I'm gonna get rid of the 1 debuff that everybody gave onto me. Looking back on it now, I probably should have tried to kill the LRK, but without Knackle, my Stene can live at least a little bit longer. So I am going to go into the Knackle, get a nice crit. Thank you, Stene. And then I'm going to slow down this Zio a little bit. I could kill the Knackle here, but I'm going to just stun the Zio in preparation for the future and punch Landy in the face, because there's no amount of salvo that could get her out of this killing. And there she goes. So now LRK can S3, but this will bring Bunny down below half, everybody down below half. Do some good damage with Bellana, get a barrier. And now I'm just going to start working on this Zio, because LRK will come in time. He will die eventually. But my main thing is I want to keep LCB alive. Or I want to keep everybody alive for the current moment, because every Solitaria attack gets LCB the ability to S3 or S2. So I want to keep her alive as much as humanly possible. So I'm going to Soul Burn this into Zio. If that doesn't kill, that's fine. I have Stene coming up next. I believe at this point I check LRK's stats to see if he would S3 again. He would not, even if I hit him. He was 1 turn away, which works out perfectly for me. I believe they're going to kill the... But they don't quite kill the Bunny Dom. They can S2 here, but that's not really in their best interest. So they're just going to S1. No debuff. Works for me. This might kill Stene, but that's fine. It stuns Stene and it stuns Karina, but LCB remains stalwart. So hopefully this kills LRK. It did not, but Karina decided to kill him anyway. So, hey, lucky. I think we would have been mostly fine either way. But Just funny to see, again, RNG playing RNG. The whole game is RNG, even wins, so, like, meh. But it's fine. I will eventually wear down this Solitaria, because in no world can it do enough damage to kill my LCB, who is on Lifesteal and Sigurd. So we're just gonna go ahead, kill this streamer, and there you go. Easy win. Thank you, Karina, for taking out the LRK. I do appreciate it, but I think we would have been fine even without it. And then our next fight was against Houdini. I first picked Bunny Dom. Shocker, shocker, I know. Surprising. I've never picked Bunny Dom first ever. In the Alcyon Guild in Global. So I picked Bunny Dom. They go for Carmen and Destina, which is very old school. So they're going to bulk down. That's fine. I figured as much that they were going to bulk down. So I bulk down as well. I go for Shouxts to help their bulk become less bulk, and Arwell to make sure that my bulk does not die. To which they respond with DDR and Stene. To which I respond with Knackle and Strays, because Strays can take someone out immediately, which is perfectly fine. It can hit Stene, it can do a lot of damage. To which they respond with Solitaria. So Solitaria tells me that they really want this DDR to go through because they're gonna plan to slowly chip away my team. So I will just get rid of DDR. They get rid of Strays, which I was not expecting. I thought they would get rid of Bunny Dom, but I'm fine with it either way. So no DDR, no Strays. Perfectly reasonable. I do have Shouxts though, which is great. Solitaria will go first. I was hoping this person would do the same thing the last person did, which is Soulburn, but they just decide to S1. Into Arwell, I guess, to get rid of the mitigation. But it is an Abyssal Crown Solitaria, so that's kind of alright with me. Because I'd rather fight an Abyssal Crown one than a Fairy Tail one, because Fairy Tail one does more damage. Abyssal one is just more annoying. And I'd rather face the annoying one than the damage one, essentially. So they have yet to take their first turn, and they've already been put in a lot of trouble. They're going to push Solitaria up, I imagine, just to scum as many stuns as possible. They S3 into Shouxts, and I get a counter. Thank you, Knackle. No salvo, though, so the Stene lives. They're going to, again, go into Arwell. Shouxts can't do much here. Her focus is focused because of Solitaria. I think that might be why they picked Solitaria, but I don't really care about that necessarily. They're going to Soulburn this, which I'm slightly confused about. It just reduces cooldown of it, but like I don't think Arwell's going to live, or Carmen's going to live that long. Like, everybody's in a protective bubble now, but that's fine. Like, I'm going to give everybody a barrier regardless, because I might as well. I don't care if Arwell hits or not. I do end up missing, so but like, I don't really care. Like, all of this is just, it's just preventing the inevitable, you know? Knackle counters, because they don't really have a good answer into Knackle herself. Solitaria can't stun her. She can blind, because of course that would be the one debuff that they'd get on Knackle. Arwell is still stunned. I think she spent like 90% of this fight stunned. Destina can do as Destina wants. She's actually going to Soulburn to heal everybody up, kind of. But like, I don't need to S3 here. I do get a dual attack, but it doesn't really matter. I'm just trying to knock everybody out of stealth, or at least get the Stene out of stealth. They go into Shouxts, but Shouxts very bulky. It is a lifesteal Stene by the looks of it. Just going to go into Solitaria, do some more injury damage on everybody. Hopefully Solitaria does not get a blind on my Knackle this turn, but even if she does, I'm going to rip the S3 regardless, because everybody's out of immunity, or everybody will be out of invincibility. She does, of course, get the blind again, which is par for the course. She can provoke, but Bunny Dom has her cleanse. So I just have to hope that the cleanse gets rid of the provoke and not the blind. It gets rid of the provoke, which is great. So I'm going to slam this S3 into everybody. Hope that it hits anybody. It should do a lot of damage regardless. Stene explodes. Carmen, not quite, but I am going to go ahead and get rid of Solitaria here. Soulburn, get rid of her. Carmen dies as well, and now Destina has to S3, which is fantastic. But I know she's on Guardian Ice Crystal, so I have a decision of who do I want to gain back some health. So I'm going to go ahead and get the Solitaria to gain back some health, not too much, and I'm going to go ahead and try to stun or sleep the Solitaria because she's been stunning me all game, so now she gets to take a nap. And now Stene cannot kill anybody in one hit. Nope. And Shou, I am going to go into Destina because this will kill the Solitaria and the Carmen. And now we just get rid of Destina. I get a dual attack. Doesn't matter. She was already dead. Thank you, Bunny Dom, for contributing. And Stene dies to the Salvo. So yeah, I mean, Abyssal Solitaria is annoying, but she's not really threatening. She's just annoying. And then the last fight, I actually thought this was kind of funny because they were an Emperor when I fought them, and then I fought them and I won, and then they dropped out of Emperor. So sorry, I guess I gatekeeped this person. My apologies. They are OP9 in a Korean server in the Korea Guild. Wait, no, that was backwards. Yeah, just take other words. They go for DDR first pick, so I go for Bunny Dom and LRK because, again, DDR pickers tend to pick LRK because he pushes them up and then he gives them immunity and then he also does Venom to everybody, so it's kind of annoying. So I just took that from them. They go for AOL and ROL. AOL and ROL, to which I go Stene and Zio. They respond with Knackle and Bellion, to which I go with Abigail. Lovely, lovely Abigail. I've actually been enjoying her greatly recently, so that's wonderful. They have Bellion and LRK Bellion and Knackle into my LRK. So I can't talk. It's LRK will be getting a lot of stacks, and that is what I want. So I'm gonna push back AOL because, again, AOL does not matter, or AOL very much matters because she unbuffs my entire team. So let's go ahead and see if I can nothing her. Great, thank you. I did not get rid of the anti-crit. I did not get rid of the anything, but I did push her back, which is the most important part, so thank you, Zio. I get a curse on Knackle, which is great. I'm going to kill this AOL because I hate her. And I don't want my entire time to be unbuffable. The defense break on Abigail is so unbelievably good. Like, I could do that into Knackle and then kill her with Zio, and it's, like, equally good. Bellion's gonna counter. It strips the immunity from specifically Abby, which is annoying. Very annoying, but Knackle is going to need to heal a little bit, so she's gonna S1 into Abby, get a Venom, Salvo into Abby, get a Venom. But everybody else has immunity, so I thought this Bellion would S1, Soulburn S1, but apparently they want the defense buff more, which is fine. It just provokes the Abigail, which is fine. I'm gonna go into Knackle, hope that I crit. I did crit one, and then the other one kills, which is fantastic. Bellion, you're gonna go to sleep for roughly 10 seconds before DDR wakes you up. But DDR can never sleep anybody, which is great, because I have Bunny Dom. So they're gonna go into Abigail. It doesn't get the sleep, which is fine. And now Zio is gonna kill this DDR. And thank you, Time Matter, for time mattering. And then LRK would S3, but the game freezes here because they quit at a weird time. So yeah. Hey, we won. So that's how I've been doing recently, and like I'm actually kind of pleased with it. I'm ranked 328. Got 11 days left. I'm going to boom immensely. So, hey, I mean, not bad. I'm almost back to 49% win rate, which is great. But yeah, these were all fun. I'm happy that I was able to... I feel like my drafting has been kind of better recently. Because, I mean, my main strength is that I have a lot of units built. I just forget about all of them constantly. But Abby getting her new EE with defense break is like actually huge. For me specifically, because I love my Abigail, like legitimately. I think mine's like actually pretty good. Very happy with mine. She's very fast. She does good damage. She has a defense break on her S3 now, and injury. Like an injury plus strip plus defense break on Knackle is so debilitating, because the best way to get rid of a Knackle is to defense break it. That is the best way to get rid of a Knackle. So yeah, defense breaking a Knackle, much easier than defense breaking an Abyssal Euphine, because Abyssal Euphine is built with defense. Knackle less so. There's about an 800 spread between Knackle's typical defense and Abyssal's typical defense. So that's why I ban Abyssal, because Knackle isn't as much of a problem to me as Abyssal is, because Abyssal has Politis's passive for some reason, and I greatly dislike that. But yeah, this is my Abby. I love her to bits. I'm so happy with her thing. It's not full effectiveness, but she doesn't need effectiveness, so I'm not gonna worry about having 16 effectiveness instead of 15. If 16 is the max, I don't even know, but that's actually gonna do it. So I'm gonna leave you all with a Merry Crumbo and a Happy New Year. Do remember I will be having a stream next Saturday on the 30th. So feel free to stop by and chill. I'm just gonna check on my plants real quick. I'm at 2 billion currency. I don't think I can buy anything though. Hold on, I need to move that. Nope. Everything is very expensive. I cannot buy anything currently. I'm poor. Anyway, yeah, I'm very excited to use Blitica, even though I can't use her in RTA. I will probably make something using her. I don't know what it will be, though. Maybe a Guild War, where I just force Blitica. Because I want to use Blitica and I want to show her off. But RTA won't allow me to do that for at least another 2 weeks. So, look forward to that. I love each and every one of you. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Boxing Day, whatever you all celebrate. Just be good to those around you and to yourselves. And I love each and every one of you, and have a great day. Goodbye.